Welcome back, everybody. This is Captain Krista Stedman back again, and I'm joined now by Commander Eric Gordon from Austin Travis County EMS. Commander Gordon oversees our special events section within our department, and on top of that, he is also a member of EMTF Region 7, as well as the crew chief for our AMBUS, which you see behind us. And he's going to take us through the AMBUS and kind of give us a little bit of insight about what it is and the capabilities that we have when it's deployed. Good morning, Commander Gordon.
Good morning.
So why don't we start, just give me a quick overview of the AMBUS and the role that it plays both locally and regionally.
Sure, yeah. So this is our AMBUS. It's a very large ambulance bus, if you will. It has the capability to carry up to 20 patients. It's a multi-person vehicle. We deploy to disasters regionally as well as across the state. It has the capability to carry, like I said, up to 20 patients. We can do them supine, we can put them seated in there, we can put wheelchairs in there, we can use stretchers to wheel people in and out of there. Okay. Its main purpose is to move a lot of people in a short amount of time.
Okay.
Right? So we will go to a site where there's a lot of people. It could be a hospital, it could be a nursing home, it could be a crisis site that has a lot of people, and then we're able to treat those people, triage them, and transport them to another facility. Could be another hospital, could be another nursing home. It could be in an entirely different city. So it's a really great tool that allows us to move a lot of people with one vehicle.
Right on, yeah. And there's multiple AMBUSes within the state,
There
right?
are, yep. They're pre-positioned all around the state, North Texas, East Texas, South Texas, West Texas, Central Texas. So they're strategically placed around the state. Various agencies run them and house them, just as we do with ours.
Okay, well, let's head inside and you can give us a quick tour.
All right, cool. Come on in. So the bus is 42 feet long. To staff the bus, you have a driver, a crew chief, and 6 medics. Is your typical staffing for an AMBUS. 4 medics, my apologies. We have kind of a workstation here. You have the driver, obviously, who drives the bus, a workstation for your crew chief, and then kind of like a nurse's station in a hospital. We've got the ability to put on wireless monitors on our patients, which are these devices that you can put a blood pressure cuff, a 3-lead ECG, and a pulse ox on, and then they'll wirelessly go over to the monitoring station here. So when you have 20 people on a bus, it's very long, and it gets pretty crowded in here, as you can kind of see from the way the beds are laid out. It gives us a nice central hub to be able to keep an eye on everybody. So supplies in all the cabinets, seats for the crew, and then the bed configuration. Each bus is a little bit different, but as you can see, we got 3 stretchers here, or 3 beds here for our patients, 3 on this side, and then all the way down.
And now you mentioned the capability of being able to transport patients in wheelchairs or sitting up. Mm-hmm. So how would that change the configuration of the truck?
Wheelchairs we can line up here in the center. This is actually a winch down here that could help with that. And then as you can see, the brackets that are along the floor right here, we've got straps where we can secure the wheelchair so it doesn't roll around in here. All of these beds also, we can break these down, and then there's seats back here. So if we were trying to move more people that are more in a seated position, we can break all of these racks down, stack them into one spot, and then there's seats in here as well.
Okay. So I noticed there's a couple little, it looks like equipment stations. What's in these guys?
Yep, so these are our blood pressures, the pulse oxes, and the 3 leads that attach to those wireless devices over there. So there's the blood pressure cuff, and then it's all in one package. So you got a blood pressure cuff, pulse ox, 3-lead ECG that connects to that wireless monitor there, so we can see them there from that front station. So they're stationed around each of these racks, so they're ready to go for when we get patients on here.
Okay, and I see some, it looks like some supply drawers down here. I see a suction unit. So tell me about the capabilities that we have to care for multiple people on the AMBUS. Would it be like any normal ALS capability?
So we can do ALS care on here. Typically, if you think green, yellow, red
Sure.
from triage. Typically we do green and yellow in here. We wouldn't do red.
Okay.
We wouldn't do a critical patient because space is limited in here.
Sure.
And then when you have so many people, when you have a high acuity patient, you want more one-on-one care.
Absolutely.
Right? And when you got 20 people in here and you have a crew of 4, you have to distribute the workload some. So with critical patients, that's not the best thing for them. So typically critical patients are going to go on an ambulance.
Got it.
And your green and yellow patients will go in here.
Okay.
But we if you have a stable ALS patient, we can take them in here.
Right on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Any other cool things you want to show us?
No, these are our stretchers, some of our medical equipment. The ramp in the back is how we get our patients in and out of the bus.
Okay, and so if I'm a patient and I need to be transported on the ambus, would I be on a stretcher and then you would then bring me into the ambus
Correct.
and move me over to
Yep.
a bed?
So
How
you,
does that work?
You can see we have 2 stretchers on each side.
Sure.
So an example, we're going down to the coast pre-hurricane landfall, and we're helping to evacuate nursing homes that are in harm's way. So we'd go to the nursing home. The crew chief would make contact with that nursing home director, try to determine what the patient count is, the type of patients, and then we would bring the stretchers into the nursing home, load up the patients, and then use the stretcher to bring them in here.
Right on.
Yeah.
Okay. And you talked about the ramp. We can take a little trip down the ramp here. And so traditionally, especially with patients that are non-ambulatory, I would assume that this is the main loading mechanism.
It
right?
is, yep. So all patients come in and out of the back of the bus.
Okay.
We use the ramp with the stretcher. We go up there. When we load the patients, we will triage them, the patients we are going to have, and then decide where on the bus they go, whether it's the top rack, the middle rack, the bottom rack. And we typically will start loading from the front of the bus towards the back of the bus. And then when we get to wherever it is we're going, then we do it opposite. We'll
Okay.
unload it from the back and then work our way to the front
Right on.
and get them into a safe place.
Okay. Well, while we have you, not necessarily related to the AMBUS, but sort of circling it back to the department, you also oversee our special events section. Tell us a little bit about that. What is the mission of the special events section?
So the mission of the special events section is to provide our same great service that we do in the community, 911 community, to a special event where we have a mass gathering. We have a lot of people in one place, whether it be a football game, a soccer game, a marathon run, a race, anywhere where there's a mass gathering of some sort of entertainment where a lot of people are going to be. We want to be there to support and provide the service that we do for 911.
And we have no lack of special events here in Austin.
No. We maybe do 1 or 2 a year.
Just a couple.
No, we have a lot of special events. Austin is a great city. A lot of entertainment people come here. We have Formula One over at Circuit of the Americas, NASCAR, UT football, Austin FC, Marathon, South by Southwest. We've got a lot that we cover here.
So you stay fairly busy.
Yeah, just a little bit.
And it's not just you that runs special events. You have a whole team that supports you, right?
We do. Yep. We have a whole team. We have logistics staff, myself that helps plan and coordinate, and then we go out there and work them. So we set up a little mini command structure, if you will, at these special events, and we bring in providers that work on special response units, ambulances. We use our motor medics on motorcycles. So it's a really good service that we provide, and it keeps our ambulances that are running, that are available for 911, available for 911.
Sure.
And then we will help manage any medical calls at the special events.
And
help
now
those folks out.
the staff that you use to sort of supplement your team, you have a core team that is always doing special events related stuff, right?
Yep.
And that's a core team made up of captains, clinical specialists, medics.
Correct.
And then in addition to that, the other credential providers within the system have the opportunity to pick up shifts during those special events,
Yep,
right?
absolutely.
So
Yeah.
yet again, one of many opportunities for a career here at Austin Travis County EMS, whether you want to work special events full time or you want to pick up a shift or two, there's tons of opportunities. So stay tuned. We'll be back with another guest later on today.